So this is one of the things that I'm going to work on. It has some thread painting, as you can see right here. This was a photo that I took, and I had it printed on fabric. I did it through my printer, and then I took it to the machine to work on the free motion embroidery on the Handy Quilter Sweet 16. Now today we're going to do one, but I sketched it instead of printed it. So here's the one we're going to work on today. This was a birch trees that I sketched out. I went on to the internet and googled birch trees, and I found this and I liked it, so I sketched it out on a piece of Sulky, and it's a paper Solvay, as you can see, 409. And then I'm going to use, starting with this thread here, which is also Sulky, and it's a 30 weight, and it's a brown. And then that's going to start as the base, but I'm not going to do a lot of that because birch trees are white. So then I'm going to move to this Sulky thread to go on top of that. So what I did was I sandwiched that paper Solvay, and then I used 2 pieces of, you can either use tulle or organza, whatever you want that's going to be sure that it can go through the machine. And then I used a heat away Sulky stabilizer for the back of this. Okay, because there's no hoop to stabilize this, what I did was I started off by using this line, and I'm going to take, and I sewed all the way up on the line, all the way to the top of the tree. I'm going to do all of them that way, so that first of all it gives me a base outline, but second of all it stabilizes the work so that it won't be slipping. I also, as you can see, started doing some embroidery, some free motion embroidery right here, thread painting by making the lines thicker, and I'll do that right now. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, so basically I'm just following that line and going up and down. Now I don't want them perfectly straight because I want to give it appearance of a bark. I'm going to go a little faster. Okay, so now let's say I want to travel over to the next tree limb. I'll go down to the bottom. I'm just going to cut across. Now I'm going to go up. Now this is not perfect because I'm holding the camera at the same time. But I'm going all the way to the top. Okay, so now you can see this has stabilized my work so that it won't slide. And now I can work on doing some painting on this. I'm going to fill in that little area where I just made a little hole so that it looks like a bark. Now if you're not comfortable with just doing it freehand, or, you know, from memory, you can get a picture and just follow the picture. And that will help you to decide what you want to do. But the thicker you want it to be. And remember, we're going to go over this with that lighter color that I showed you. And then I'll probably take a solid white to make highlights. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there with the brown. I'm going to get the brown to a point where I'm done with it, and then I will start back up. So here's the tree that I started with the brown, and I decided to add a lighter brown, and I'm going to start in with the white, and I decided to do 2 whites so that it would give it more depth. This is the paper side, and I'm going to show you the other side. This is the side that's the Iron Away from Sulky, and it really gives it a nice sturdy stabilizer. So in a few minutes I'll start the white and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so now I've started the white and I've been using the setting on my machine. I put it up to 60% so that it can go nice and fast. I'm not going to do it fast right now so that I can just show you how I'm doing it. And I'm filling in the gaps between the browns. I can show you. You want to keep changing your direction so that you are getting the bark looking different ways instead of it all going in one direction. Okay, so now here's a picture of the white. And that's what I'm doing right now, filling that in. It's the variegated sulky, and I'm going to put a different color in also. So once I got a little bit more done, I will show you a picture of it again. Okay, so I did the one tree. I didn't do the other two. I'm going to finish them at another time. But I wanted you to see that the tool does pucker, but now that I've ironed off the bottom half of the tree, you can see that it still lies quite flat. I ironed it and I will show you how to do that. I did it on top of a piece of parchment paper because it's quite messy. So you're going to fold it down. I just figured I'd protect my work. And you're going to push your iron onto the spot where the tree is and press on it. Now what happens with the heat away on the bottom, it actually crumbles. So let's just try and do that from a different angle. And the paper itself just actually burns. You see it's brown and then it just peels off. So let's try that. And let's press it. I'm just trying to protect the iron. Okay. So it just comes right off in pieces. See? See how it crumbles? It just breaks it up. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. This time I'm going to just do it right on it. Okay, there, now you can see it better there. Okay, and then this just comes off of here, peels off. The other reason I have the parchment paper on here is because it's very messy. Okay, and I'm going to take it off this one whole tree and I'll show it to you, just that one tree. Okay, so I took off all of the back, the heat, sulky heat stabilizer, and also the front. As you can see, it's lying quite flat. Even though the tool puckered, it still remained flat. I didn't take it off the rest of the project because I'm not done with it, but I wanted you to see this tree and the green leaves. And what I'll do is when I'm ready to put this onto a project, I'll do some free motion embroidery to make those little pieces of green actually look more like branches with some green leaves growing off of it. But this was all done with Sulky products, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial by Debbie Gay. Thank you.